Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to stop back. Alright, so today's Saturday. I don't even know what date it is. It's Saturday, that's what I know. I know it's Saturday. So I am off to the store to do a pickup order from Walmart. Just cat food and some laundry stuff that I need. I don't want to go in, so I just did a pickup order. So I don't feel like walking around in the store. I am just leaving out. I haven't left my house since Stephanie left. That was, I don't know how many days ago. So, yeah. It's like, the house is a little different now. You go from having 3 dogs to 1 dog in 4 days. It's just like crazy. So, yeah. And then that poor little kitten, Trixie. So, it has not been a very good time for me right now. Like, everybody knows that my animals are my world, and that's just how it is. I love them all, each and every one of them, even though Samson drove me crazy the most, and I complained about him the most because he was like my middle child. He had that middle child syndrome where he just was going to do whatever he wanted to do whenever he wanted to do it. He was my vocal one. He would talk to me in the morning. He would like come out and like to you. You would have full conversations with that dog. He was hilarious. So yeah, so it's just gonna take a little bit to get used to the loneliness in the house and him not being there and Sassy not being there. She was my baby. Sassy was my baby. She was the best child I've ever seen. People are like, chows are so mean and they bite. Not Sassy. Sassy was the sweetest dog I've ever known. I think the only person she ever bit was my daughter-in-law, Michelle, and she bit her right on the ass. Like, took a chunk out of her butt. She was so excited to see her that she just went behind her and bit her right on the tuchus. It was very funny. And she was a baby then. I'm down to get my mail. So, I know this is for Delilah. This is for clippers. I need clippers for her. Nissan wants to give me a car. It's so funny. I don't know how they get your name half the time. And Stephanie's mail. You know, when he was here, I have all of his mail here. He didn't even go through it. The whole entire, that big envelope back there is his mail. So today's energy comes from Bang, the key lime pie. So yeah, I'm kind of exhausted. We got a lot of work done. I'm gonna have to show you around the house because I was so embarrassed to show you around the house before the outside. Even the outside was so horrible. But my bedroom is completely done now. I'm very excited. It looks so good. So anyway, okay. So I'm going up just to get that stuff. I have to get my rent money. My nails are growing like crazy, and I haven't even taken my collagen. Like the day Sam died is like the last day I took anything. I didn't take any collagen. I haven't taken my vitamins. I just haven't been doing anything. Today's the first day I actually put makeup on, and it was only because I got a new BB cream that I wanted to try out, and so I got it from TJ Maxx. Yeah, so I got that, and I got a new purse. Stephanie bought me a new purse. It's my birthday month, so he got me this purse. So pretty, Michael Kors. I love it. It's $109, I think it was. So compared to the $284 or $484 they want it for. I don't understand prices of purses, like thousands of dollars for purses. I mean, I would love a Louis Vuitton, but I'm not gonna pay those prices for it. Nope. I'll walk around with the knockoff. Like my other Michael Kors. I really like that one, and that one was really pretty. I want to get the brown one with the MK on it. I really like that one for winter, but this one is really cute for the spring and summer. So it's not very summery. It's more like springy colors because it's brown and pink, but I still like it. So I hope everybody's doing well. I do apologize for the lack of videos. I'm not together yet. Like I can't, like I cried in the shower for 20 minutes. So I still wasn't over Snowflake. You know, the kitten is really heartbreaking. It really was. But she was new to our family. Like, I just got her. And, I mean, I did everything I could to save her. Like, everything. We took her to the vet. I took her to the vet twice. And, you know, I did everything. Snowflake was in our life for 12 years, 13 years, 12 or 13 years. So, like, we got her before we even got Sam and Delilah. So, it was Stormy first, and then I believe Stefano got me Sassy, and then he wanted a white cat so bad, so I had been looking everywhere for a white cat. So this lady in Beach Mountain, where I used to live, she was giving away kittens because she had a cat that was outside and it had a whole bunch of kittens. So when I told her what I was looking for, she's like, oh, you know, I'll see what I can do. And then she called me back and she's like, you know what, we do have this white kitten if you would like to have this kitten. So I went and I saw her and I fell in love with her, and we just took her right then and there. We took her. Poor thing was covered in fleas and she had a tick on her, and she was just but she was beautiful. She was just so beautiful. And so she always had those beautiful blue eyes. Oh, her eyes were stunning. So yeah, so she was just such a good cat. She was a little bit of a nutball. She loved Sassy. She was Sassy's baby. Everywhere. I think and that's how Sassy got attached to cats, because of Snowflake. She thought every cat was her baby. And she would like whine and make this weird whining noise because she would see a cat outside and she wanted to come in. Like, she needed these cats to be in her house. It was hilarious. So, you know, I hate that they don't trim these trees. You can't really see anything until you're coming around the damn corner. So yeah, here comes someone up my bum now. Anyway, so but we've had Samson and Delilah in our lives since they were puppies. They were only 8 weeks old when we got them, and they were the first. Like, I knew when I walked out of my friend Sherry's house, I was like, our lives are never going to be the same. And I was so mad because there was 2 of them. I only wanted one. I wanted Delilah, and that was it. And then they weren't even fixed yet, and holy cannoli, Delilah got pregnant. I was like, what the heck is this nonsense? But yeah, it was just like, I knew our lives are never going to be the same. And then Delilah got pregnant, and Lexi, I had my dog Lexi, who I rescued from a shelter. I adopted her from a shelter. She was in the newspaper, and I fell in love with her, and I was like, oh, I have to have this dog. So I still have her picture from the newspaper up, and so on my refrigerator. So yeah, I went in and I got her, and anyway, it's a whole long story. But anyway, she was old. They told me she was only going to live another year. She was really old and blah blah blah. Somebody threw her over the fence at the shelter. They didn't want her anymore, and it was the dead of winter. She stayed out all night long freezing. So she never once barked until Delilah and Samson. And when I got Delilah, for years she never barked, and then all she would do is bark. It was just insane how much barking she was doing. I guess she was making up for lost time because she was barking. But anyway, Sam had got her pregnant because they didn't even fix her because they thought she was way too old, so they didn't even fix her. Lo and behold, Sam got her pregnant. So after Delilah had one puppy, she went and got pregnant again because we couldn't get Samson in to get him neutered right away. So we finally got him neutered. But by then he had already had 3 litters. They had Delilah because they only had one puppy, and it was Delilah. And then the next litter they had 4, and then Lexi also had 4. So Delilah had altogether 5 girls, altogether, her 2 litters, 5 girls, and Lexi had 3 girls and a boy. So altogether, Samson had 9 children, 9 kids. So it's so funny. He was hilarious. And Lexi was such a good dog too. She was really good. She didn't do much. She slept a lot because she was so old. But her having puppies was hilarious. She was such a good mom too. Delilah was a terrible mom. She was terrible. She never wanted to take care of her babies or anything. She's like, "Are you done?" And she would get up right in the middle of them eat. Like, I literally thought that she was going to starve Mia to death because she refused to feed her. But because we had Lexi, the other puppies would go to Lexi, so I wasn't really worried about them because Lexi really took very good care of all of them. So she had all 9 of them herself, taking care of them. And Delilah would just feed them sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. So it was funny. So, but yep, we had things happen with our dogs and things happen with our cats, and you know that they're going to pass away one day. You know it because for one thing, Sam was sick a lot. He was really, really sick. He died of kidney disease. Kidney failure. His kidneys just failed him. And I know that's how he passed away. And then Sassy, she had like all these lumps all over her body, and she started having seizures. She had a stroke. So, it was just like a lot of stuff, and we just could never get a grasp on what was really wrong with her. So, I don't know. And then she died right in Stefano's arms, so he held her to the very last second. She's our baby. She made us laugh. And going to get Delilah, and then we brought Samson home. Our lives were really complete then with them. They were like our children. We did a lot of stuff. They had so many toys, and they were just always together. We were always together. Like Lexi, right before she passed, I knew she was getting really sick, so we took her down to the beach so she could go and walk on the sand and stuff. She had so much fun, and she got ice cream, and because I knew it was like towards the end for her. And it was just Mia. When Mia passed away, we had no idea. Like, she just walked up to me. Made this noise, and I picked her up, and she went limp in my arms. And so Stefano took her, and she made this noise, and that was it. She was gone, just like that. No warning. She was never even sick. And it was right before her 9th birthday. So, like, weeks before her 9th birthday. And, or her 10th birthday. And, that was just, like, heartbreaking. I still am not over Mia. Because she was my dog. She was my girl. She always slept above my head on my pillow. I always had her with me. No matter where I was, she was always with me. I wouldn't bring her out in the summer because it's too hot. I'm not going to leave a dog in a car. But like in the winter and stuff, because she had jackets and stuff, she would come everywhere with me. Like, she was my girl. Like, I never really left the house without her. If I was going in the yard for anything, she'd walk around with me. She was always so proud. And then if you would say the word ice cream, she would freak out, and she would jump into the car because she would want to go to Dairy Queen for her little ice cream. She was so funny. I loved her. There'll never be another Mia. Ever. Never. was one of a kind. They might look like carbon copies of them, but they all have their own personalities. All of them. Every blonde looking chow, they all look alike, but they're all totally different. Totally. You know. When she was little, her hair was more reddish, so I thought she was like a cinnamon, and she wasn't. She turned out to be more of the blonde color. So, you know, I don't know. It's just very heartbreaking right now, and to be alone on top of it, it's just horrible. I try to keep it together every day, but I'm not doing it very well. All I keep doing is cleaning because I can't handle it. This being alone, and like, I mean, there's a lot less stress because Samson's not there to pee all over the place. Sassy, I don't have to put pads down for her and help her, and she was having seizures, and it was very stressful, like, because I hated to see her in pain, and hated to see what was happening to her, and you know, but because you have seizures, there's no reason. We don't put people to sleep for seizures. It's just like Lux, he has a heart murmur. It's a grade 4 heart murmur, and I just read that this place put this cat down because it had a heart murmur, a grade 4, and I'm thinking, Lux, he plays, he has fun. You know, sometimes he knows when he's had a little too much that he'll just lay down, and you'll see him panting a little, but there's no reason. Even my vet said there's no reason to put this cat down because he has a heart murmur. You know, some of them are fixable, but his where it is, it really isn't. So, and he was born with that bent paw and everything, so we already knew he had health issues, but he's such a happy cat. There's no reason. He's the most loving cat. I could not imagine a day without him, really, because he's so sweet. And Tank the same way. Tank all of a sudden started dropping weight, like he started losing a lot of weight, so he's actually going to the vet. So, you know, I have to take him on the 18th. So since Trixie's gone, I'm using her appointment to take Tank to the vet. You know, I don't know. I'm so sorry for the sad video, but I mean, I'm just all by myself here. Sticky skunk got hit, poor thing. So, I don't know. It's just a sad time for me, and I don't know how else to deal with it. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, you know, on the internet that don't care. I mean, they say losing a pet is just as heartbreaking, and you go through grief just like you would if you lost a person, and I believe that actually hurts you, you know, because for one, they can't tell you what's wrong with them. You're just going and guessing, and the vets are doing what they can do, and you know, so it's just like one of those things that you're not really prepared for, but you know that's going to happen, but you're not prepared for it. You know, we don't all walk around going, oh, I wonder if today's the day. Oh, you know, like, you don't do that. Like, Stefano and I were in the yard, you know, cleaning the yard and doing yard stuff, and I came in the house and Sassy's mouth was foaming. That's how I knew something was wrong with her. And I picked her up, and she just didn't sound right, so I put her down, and her legs, she's so stubborn, she would have died standing up. She will not lay down for nothing. And so her legs were bent down, so she was like tired of holding herself up. So Stefano, I called him in, he came running in, and we just held her, and she died right then and there. Like, you know, the saddest thing I've ever seen. Oh well, I don't know. Alright guys, I'm going to try to come back when I'm a little more cheery for you, because I don't want to depress everybody. So, alright, I will Talk to you all in a little bit. Bye, guys.